Hi, I'm Zach.
Hi, I'm Rowan.
Hi, I'm Calvin.
And this is the very 20th episode of In the Zone. We're over halfway through the series and we're kind of running low on novelty, so I have to bring in some new faces to see,
we're not.
I know, but you're new
I've already
together.
done 4 episodes.
Yeah, and your glasses are new. Glasses, he has glasses.
But last time you held me hostage for 3 weeks.
Right. Yeah,
was not fun.
No, with no sleep, it was miserable, but it was worth it. All right, so we're gonna discuss the episode Elegy. So before we do this, you can watch this on Netflix, IMDb, or maybe not IMDb, because Hulu. Because here's the thing about Hulu. I was looking at the episodes today for editing to get like screenshots and stuff, but it said that all of the episodes were expiring in 4 days, and we're making this in like December 31st. So we've made all these episodes saying that you can watch it on Hulu, but I guess that's wrong.
So one thing, before we start, I'd like to say, after Third from the Sun, I asked Rowan, do you think that this will be the worst average rating the entire first season? And he said, no, I think episode number 20, Elegy, will be.
And I can see why I said that. So first we start out with a cool rocket. Very skinny, very cool rocket.
And you can tell it's kind of fake though, like.
Very badly generated, but hey, give the 50s some slack.
Yeah, and there are 3 men in it with I don't know, their faces are very 50s-ish. And they're lost in space.
655 miles from home.
And
655
and there's
million,
a table with
sorry.
a weird circular thing. Looks like a plate with a lollipop.
I didn't notice that.
It's a common Twilight Zone theme and not very science fiction.
So the first thing.
Wait, before
This takes place the day after. It takes place tomorrow. He said it was the day after tomorrow. Or something
The day
like
after
that.
tomorrow.
It was a figure of speech.
So it's in 2016. So.
No, it was a
what?
figure of speech
I
because
still
it's
don't get
just
that.
to mean the future.
So it's in black and white, and it's 2016.
Whatever. It's not actually the day. It's a figure of speech. They're near the atmosphere of an asteroid or a planet, and they're looking at their machine, their high-tech machines, and there's oxygen and gravity, and they're like, wow, the same conditions as on Earth. You're sure it's not Earth? No, we're very far away from it. So they lower down their space ladder, and they go there, and there's a little doggy,
and he's frozen.
They're like
here, but it doesn't move.
but it doesn't move. It's just
Here, boy.
And then
he's frozen.
They're like, it must be Earth. Look at those trees. And they're like, well, I never knew that Earth had 2 suns.
And then they're like,
2 suns.
so they don't know what a tractor is, cause they're from 2021 or whatever.
2185.
Yeah.
So they're like, this tractor, they had them in the 20th century, before the Total War. That's kind of a lame name. It's very funny. So
it's quite the opposite.
Okay, well, yeah, because probably many people died. And so there's an old farmer with a very, very happy face.
Yeah, he's like.
It's hard to explain.
I would do it, but I have chapped lips and they're probably gonna split in half.
I would do it, but I don't have too many blood vessels as it is right now, so. And he's frozen as well. So they find a man who's gone fishing, but he too is frozen.
And they shove him, which is kind of rude, and he falls over backwards like this.
It would have been better if he fell forward and then he was just like lying there in the water.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been so funny.
No.
Stop.
They shove him forward and then
Burger.
like his back rips.
They should have cut them open to see if they were actual people.
Ew. They hear some music and they find a frozen band and the music is just coming from the
And they're like,
speaker.
we gotta find where the music's coming from. Who's generating that? So
I really wanted like dominoes from the band. Like they were just like
oh, that would be
there was a
funny.
line of band
And they go, whoa!
Yeah.
And there's a sign and it's a concert for Mayor Finch, who's the new mayor. And so then they're inside the party and all the people are still frozen, so they're like, maybe it's an illusion. While they're saying that, there's a obnoxious man with glasses in the background.
He's going to win the worst actor.
Coming from black, it must have been hard to stand.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's so distracting.
But like, he's an actor.
It's like the guy who blinked out torture in Morse code. Maybe he was being tortured by the cast and crew. I literally, no joke, I almost dressed up as him for Halloween, and I was planning on having a photo of him, and I would walk around with my eyes closed, but I thought maybe not too many people would get the reference. That is a true story.
I would have gotten the reference. Actually, I would have gotten the reference if you did it next Halloween, but same difference.
Yeah. And they said, well, maybe they're just moving slowly, like the hands of a reason, there's a clock with no hands. Very misleading. And
it did a little bit. Time wasn't really passing there, but
well, I guess.
Yeah.
So then they split up. First guy, he's in a
which
diner.
I think is a really good idea.
Yeah, and it's a very cool scene.
Honestly, I think it's maybe a bad idea. Like, if you're landing on a planet and you're on the Twilight Zone show, you might want to stick together.
Yeah, maybe. But they get to see a lot of cool places. So first guy goes to a diner, and this guy's winning a game of poker, and he has all these chips.
He has 4 aces and a joker, and like
I
he's
didn't know
not
that they had
bluffing very
jokers.
well.
Yeah, he's going. He looks like a blind man.
And he's just like shoving out all of his cashes out.
He has so many chips, so many.
I kind of felt like if I was in that, I would just like go to the bank, just like steal it and run.
Well, you're not going to want to use money, because there's nothing to buy there.
Money.
Second guy is at a hotel, and he hears the beautiful noises of a violin.
Oh, and they go into this building, one of them. The hotel is called the Royal Crest.
Right.
Kind of a cool name.
Very cool name. And he shows the band they're playing, and then there's this couple dancing. And the song is really nice, and it's cool that they keep it going.
And the dude is holding out a drink, and his drink is shaking.
Oh, and it almost dropped, but...
Wow.
later on, third guy goes to this beauty pageant, and this old woman is winning.
She's like, the mayor. I don't blame the judge. You're the most beautiful.
Yeah, it's this weird monologue where it's like, "Hello, Your Majesty." I know because her idea is that because it gets explained later on when he's like they want to be as happy as possible, so obviously she might want to be winning a beauty contest. So then.
Rest assured, she would not win the beauty contest.
Well, you're mean.
I am mean.
So,
Calvin is mean too.
Yeah.
Wait, I am?
And I'm nice. So he has this monologue to the woman that goes really dark with the picture. It's like, Your Majesty, why are you all so crazy?
Why won't you talk? Why won't you move?
And then he's walking out or running out or something.
Yeah.
And then a man,
He's lying.
he turns around, and which would be a surprise if we haven't already seen many people in this episode moving, but it's a much bigger movement.
Yeah.
So then that's our stinger. We fade to black. Commercial. Then the guys are all there together, and they're walking through town. There's like an ice cream man who's a guy.
And he's like rings the bell, and there's a guy
obnoxiously.
that was mowing the lawn. He's
Yeah. And so then they find a big old house, and they're like, well, I guess we could live in it, because there's no one going to be in there. So they go, and they're like, hey, old man, because there's a guy on the front porch reading a newspaper, and they're like, hey, can we go here? And then he's like, oh, yes.
He just drops it, he's like, oh, bye, yes.
And they're like, oh my god.
By the way, same guy who was at the beauty
That
pageant.
was dissonant.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how there are other sections to this place, and how, like, this section is supposed to be a time before peace on Earth became unmöglich, or impossible. So then he's like, did they ever have that atomic war? And they're like, yep, in 1985.
Us in the zone can vouch that there was no atomic
There
war
was
in
not.
1985.
Woo! Three-way high five. So then the guy gives them drinks, and he's like, to peace, and then they all drink. And he said, if you were granted your dearest wish, what would you be? And they all say, well, I guess we'd want to be on our spaceship, heading home. And then they say they left September 2185, 2185. And this place is a cemetery called Happy Glades, and he explains it's an asteroid. And he explains they recreate conditions in which the people could be at their most happy. And so he's the caretaker, and he's a robot. And turns out,
And that was, I just like to say, I like almost cried when that twist came.
yeah, because it was so dumb. Why?
There's so many missed opportunities. Like, they had a chance for, like, I don't know, a Time Lord somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And they just made it a cemetery.
Yeah. And so it turns out, wait, they had also been poisoned. And then they throw their glass. It's a glass break.
Yay!
They're like, whoa! And they're like, it's already settling in. And they're like, what?
Yep. And then he says, where there are men, there can be no peace, which is kind of a lame excuse for killing them.
Yeah.
I don't know. So they're back in the spaceship, frozen, and the guy comically dusts them, and it's like a comedy. It's so confusing how, like, it's really dark and they're dead, and then it's like, and then it's the end.
Yeah.
Wow. What did,
The
so
end.
let's start with you. What did you think of this one?
Your mouth changed sides a couple of times there.
I know.
Calvin the mirror. Reflect.
I think it was a good episode, but They could have made the twist a lot cooler. But the episode was kind of entertaining. I'd give it a 6 or 5, I think. 5.5.
5.5.
Okay, so I'm gonna just build up. There were a lot of missed opportunities in that episode
Yeah,
and a lot of bad acting. I think.
Hey, it's hard to act like you're still.
Well,
yeah,
I know,
yeah.
but like they're also this whole trained professional thing.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. So,
and they had probably done that scene quite a few times, and that was the best take that they could get. Where that guy
I mean, yeah. And then that glass, like you saw it shake at the end of his hand.
Well, that's
And admittedly,
cool.
like you can't hold the glass perfectly still at your hand full of water for. Like,
It's kind of just these
a while.
details kind of distract from the story.
I guess.
Which is the
I don't
problem
know. I
with it.
think if they made the twist something better than Cemetery, and the acting wasn't so bad, I think they could have gotten an 8 out of me. Now the two things that I'm deducting for aren't like tiny little things, so I don't think this is gonna get more than a 6 or so. Let's say I'm gonna give it a 5.
5. 5. There are
This
a lot
is
of
pretty aggressively mediocre.
there are a lot of things to not like about this episode because I just thought there were some things that just didn't make sense. Like why were there 2 suns? That was just something so strange. And the way it's set up, because most of it is them walking around for the first half, and the second half is the guy just completely explaining to them what happens. And the explanation is kind of weird, and the way it's handled is not fun. I am gonna give it a below the 5.
Ooh!
Oh!
You've never done this before, have you?
Tricky.
I don't think I have. Oh, thank you. Wow.
It's illegal to touch Rowan's head.
Yeah. It might not sound this bad from what I'm saying, but that was just not fun to watch because all the things. Maybe there are things that I just don't remember that like saying it out.
Do you think?
I'm gonna give this. This is hard. I need to.
Just barely scrapes 3rd from the sun for the second lowest rating of all time.
Wait. What about the fever? That's the conclusion.
It was bad.
Oh, damn. I have to be
Rowan!
What?
Why are you guys getting
I mean, we should be frozen, but we don't have to be frozen if you don't want to be frozen.
No. This just shows that our happiest moments are doing in the zone.